History moves forward in the wheel of time, bringing changes and destruction. The Great War, or World War I, transformed the battle landscape forever. With the refinement of weapon technology, warfare has escalated into a global conflict. Even though it was not the first, World War I saw many civilians and non-combatant deaths. Even the term World War itself was coined based on the scale of the conflict.
Hi, I'm Razaan, also known as Ori, and I'm an awardee at University College Dublin. In this video, we will explore the transformation of war from a traditional cabinet war in the 1800s into the far-reach, deadly, and global total war.
In the late 1800s, the concept of Europe's hegemony was altered by the growing Prussian Empire. Most battles in continental Europe during the Victorian period were called a cabinet war. A cabinet war was used to define battles between European princes in the Victorian age. It is usually self-contained and most of the time only includes combatants and support team. In the Battle of Sedan of 1871, Napoleon III and the French Empire lost to the Prussian army. One of Prussia's marshals, Moltke, exhibits the supposed aftermath of the war as a continuation. French nationalists started attacking the Prussian army, forcing the military to attack French civilians. This was the start of the transition into total war.
The term total war could be traced to Karl von Clausewitz, that used the term absolute war as a matrix to describe the character of the Napoleonic Wars. At the time, he used the term to describe the maximum resources an army could use in a final battle. Different scholars then describe total war as a type of warfare that includes mass mobilization, resources, and targets that include everyone, even civilians. World War I was one of the first examples analyzed by scholars, seeing the impact of the British naval blockade on Germany that affected the overall welfare of its citizens. Forster defined the four axes of total war, ranging from limited to total. First is war aims, which could be limited, like securing a border, or total, like overthrowing a government and mass genocide. Second is mobilization, which could be limited, so it only includes mobilization of professional army, or total, where civilians and children could be conscripted. Third is the conduct of warfare, which could be restrained, where the war is following a specific rule or a conduct of war, or unrestrained warfare, where war crimes and mass killing and even civilians could be targeted during the war. The fourth is organization, where the army could be controlled loosely in a laissez-faire way, or organized, where the government involvement is very high.
The general consensus for total war has been limited to the two world wars. Nowadays, we can see the transformation into asymmetric warfare. One thing stays the same. In the end, the people who suffer are the unlucky ones, trapped in a war they did not want.